One of the other parts I want to bring up is because right after Bass takes off, then he starts looking at his Thrice lock box, which is obviously important to the story. We still don't know what's in it, and doesn't appear that Kavoth can even access it. He's extremely frustrated by it. He has Bass try to figure out a way into the box, and Bass can't figure it out, and it doesn't seem that Kavoth can either. So it seems like, in that Coat Kavoth dynamic that, we'll obviously dive deeper into, it seems like there's something that's changed about him that he's not even able to get inside his own box. If it's his box. Could be that he stole it from someone, but it seems like it's his, and he's got his stuff inside it, and he can't even get in it anymore for some reason. Something's wrong with his power, with his abilities, with his name. There's something wrong with him that he can't even get in his
Maybe
own
it's
box.
Dennis' box. He could never get in that box either.
No, yeah, he never gets in there, yeah.
I love the way this is worded is so freaking great because it puts you in this place and the uncomfortable nature of his frustration. In particular, a skilled observer might notice there was something his gaze avoided, the same way you avoid meeting the eye of an old lover at a formal dinner or that of an enemy sitting across the room in a crowded alehouse late at night. Coat tried to relax, failed, fidgeted, sighed, shifted in his seat. I mean, it's the whole thing, man. He's trying not to look at it. But the presence is making him uncomfortable. It's fucking great, man. It's great. It's great. So, I mean, it puts us in the room, and he does describe the room a little bit at the beginning where it's almost surprising to a degree. I love stuff like this. When you walk in a room and it's like there's nothing on the walls, there's nothing on the floor. You don't think about any of these things unless they point it out, right? So we're like, all right, he's in this room. He's not a guy that like gives a shit about what the room looks like and everything. And then he's got this box that's worth a freaking fortune, like ridiculously extravagant. And so again, this to place that in this room with this guy that's in this position that we understand at this point, at least to a degree. Again, I don't even know where that takes us. It broadens our expectations, and it kind of puts us on our heels to a degree of like, I don't know the significance. Clearly, there's a massive significance to this box.
Well, one of the important aspects of it, it's made of Roah, which Roah comes up a lot. Roah, it's a rare, heavy wood, dark as coal, and smooth as polished glass, prized by perfumers, alchemists. A piece the size of your thumb was easily worth gold. To have a chest made of it went far beyond extravagance. Some of the similarities is when they talk about Roah, they talk about it, a citrus smell, and we get the Folly mounting board is made out of Roah, and it has a citrus smell to it. The Cathay tree. He's when he goes and meets the Cathay and he sees the tree, it's got a smell of smoke and spice and leather and lemon. Again, lemon, citrus smell. The Lackless box, he says it had a lemon smell. The Thrice lock box has a citrus aroma. So there's something to do with Roah or with the Cathay tree. The fact that they all have this citrus smell, it's extremely valuable wood, that you have these items that are locked away in these things, or the Cathay is locked in this tree. Kavoth can't get in his Thrice lock box. Nobody can get in the Lackless box. He puts that sword, he puts it on a mounting board made of Roah. Something to Roah. We don't know exactly what, but there is something to it. And there's got to be some kind of power to it that they would be hiding these things in Roah, or maybe Cathay tree is not exactly Roah, it's a type of Roah that has some kind of power. Something to it though.
I wonder, now that you bring it up, I wonder if you have to say a particular word to be able to get the sword off the mounting board. I'm thinking about it because the boxes that people can't get into, the tree that's holding the Cathay. I wonder if like that itself is like a trapping mechanism or something.
Yeah, I mean we don't know. We haven't seen anybody try to take it off, but I think there's something to Roah. I don't think that Rothfuss were right that they all he would describe a citrus smell with all of these different things if there was nothing to it.
It's great. I love the idea of it because he's done this in so many ways where, there's magical power there's magical power in all these different elements, and it has application in all these different ways and different sort of mediums throughout the world. I like the idea that it's contained in something that, is part of the world itself, in a tree, in a wood.
But it begs the question, what's inside the box?
Yeah, don't know. I mean, maybe his sword, maybe his cloak, all of his, his loot, all the things that make him him.
His name, his
maybe his name. That's the big thing. Is maybe his name. He locked his name in a box in Rowood that he can't even access it. I don't know. It's the $1 million question. There's not a lot of evidence that points one way or another. It's all a guessing game. I don't know. I'm very curious what's inside it. There's a lot of people that think he locked his name up in that box, and that's why I can't access. Similar to Ajax locking the name of the moon, or Jax in Hespe's story locking the name of the moon in that box. There's a lot of people that believe that's what Kavoth did to his name as well.
I kind of like the idea that somebody did it and gave it to him. Like, it's almost like it's a challenge, but it could also be an insult,
Yeah, like just torture. Yeah. Just torture him. Yeah, I don't know. That's obviously a huge book 3 question. There's not, I not noticed any evidence that would give away what's inside the box through these first 2 books, but that's a huge question.
Tim, can I expand on that? Because it'd be like a catch-22. Kavoth's name is inside the box, and unless he's got his name, unless he's Kavoth, he can't unlock the box. But he can't unlock the box because his name's inside there. It's a whole deal.
I dig it.
I like it.
I dig it. I like the idea that if that's what happened, someone gave him the box, they should say the line, "Good luck, fuckface."
Okay.
It's in the box. It's in his head. What's in the box?
That's a reference to Seven,
classic.
The movie Seven, for those youngsters.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
It's not for you, it's for the youngsters.
If you didn't get that reference, turn the podcast off. You're off. You're too young.
So that's redheads.
You're not allowed
to.
Yeah.
No more. Yeah. No more.
I'm sorry. I mean, as we go along, I'm gonna be banning a lot of people. It's just
At some point, Dan,
just how he rolls.
It's going to be a part of the part of the show.
At some point, Dan, you're gonna be pissed off at something or other. You're gonna name yourself, and you're gonna be out too, and then we won't have a show. What then?
Yeah, I mean, it's the risk. It's a risk.
There's going to be a realization that Dan's eliminating his own type of person and just takes off the headphones.
You can't have me starting.
Away.
You can't have me starting a podcast. Give me the power to banish people and not expect me to use it.
I don't remember anybody giving you that power. You just started off with gingers and some kind of hatred.
Yeah, well, I have the power now. So
he
who creates.